various committees, and this will be the opportunity where you, the citizen, will have an opportunity to engage in what we are about here today. And I just wanted you to know that there will be committees, there will be an opportunity for you to engage. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Thomas. Any other discussion? All in favor? That's right. That's right. So I don't need a vote.
Mr. Mayor, to be clear, the code says the council makes the selection, but it doesn't specify that it's a mayor's appointee or anything. So what I previously said, we were discussing it before, it would be okay to have a vote.
It would be okay to have a vote. Okay. All in favor? Those opposed? All right, I'll break that tie. Item number 16.
Item number 16, Mr. Mayor and Council, involves authority for bank transactions and signatory authority for checks.
Thank you, Dr. Fennell. Currently, the charter is written that the city clerk, mayor, chairman of the finance committee, the treasurer, and city manager have authorization to sign checks, which requires 2 signatures. So, is there a motion to? Is there a motion for that?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion?
Mayor Thompson.
Councilman Steinberg.
Sir, I believe the ordinance was changed to necessitate that 2 signatures were required on all checks, one of which was the city clerk, and the second could come from any of the other 4 individuals. So whatever you pass needs to include the fact or change the fact that the city clerk's signature must be one of the mandatory signatures.
Thank you, Councilman Steinberg. Actually, we're just going to adopt what the city currently has, which I think item B does reference. The city clerk is the signer, and then you have one additional signer, which could be the mayor, the chairman of the finance committee, the treasurer, or the city manager. Thank you for that clarification. Any other discussion? All in favor? No opposed? Item number 17.
Number 17 would be appointment of the judges.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilwoman Gann.
I move that we appoint Santana Flanagan as the municipal judge.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, 5-0. Item number 18, Dr. Fennell.
Mr. Mayor and Council, we also need to take action on the appointment of an associate judge. That's item number 18.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilwoman Gann.
I move that we appoint Mr. Matthew McCord as the associate judge for the municipal court.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mayor,
Councilman Steinberg.
due to the fact that there's been no discussion with the full council on this appointment, I would like to just make it a matter of deliberation, please.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any of those opposed? Item passes 3-2. Item 19, Dr. Fennell.
Item 19 is the appointment of the city solicitor.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilwoman Gann.
I move that we appoint Nicole Ramsey as the solicitor for the city of Stockbridge.
Second.
discussion?
Mayor Thompson.
Councilman Steinberg.
I would again like to go on the record that the entire council has not had that information prior to today, so we have not had any opportunity to discuss that candidate. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Steinberg. Any other discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Item passes 3-2. Dr. Fennell, does that cover our agenda tonight?
That completes the agenda as listed, Mr. Mayor. We do have, there's one citizen who has signed up for public comment. Again, that is our process and our procedure. However, I think we have agreed that if others would like to make public comments tonight and they have not signed up previously, within time constraints, we will allow such public comments. So for those who would like to make public comment, if you would approach the mic. The first person, I believe I'm reading his name correctly, is Mr. Don Dunlop. And if you would come forward and state your name and address for the record. Mr. Don Dunlop.
Actually, Mr. Dunlap, hold on just 1 minute. I actually forgot one item, and I apologize. I have a couple of vetoes that I would like to submit to council. They can be picked up, copies for the clerk after this session. I want to read these into the minutes. The first item, the first veto is I hereby authorize my veto authority pursuant to section 3.23 of the charter and apply to agenda items 2, 3, 4, and 8 of the December 30th special call meeting of the City Council of Stockbridge. Each of these matters pertains to the Downtown Development Authority and the City of Stockbridge. However, it has come to my attention that the Downtown Development Authority was never properly reactivated by the City Council and therefore does not have the necessary authority under OCGA 3642-1 to transact any business or exercise any powers. Therefore, neither the city nor any persons purporting to act on behalf of any Downtown Development Authority was capable of entering into any transactions. I look forward to working with the City Council to address all these issues that arise as a result of this action. Sincerely, Tim Thompson, Mayor. Veto number 2. I hereby exercise my veto authority pursuant to section 3.23 of the charter and apply it to agenda item number 7 for the December 30th, 2013 special call meeting of the City Council of Stockbridge. This matter pertains to the appointment of members to the city's Main Street program. These appointments were made at a special call meeting on the eve of new members of the City Council being seated. I believe it to be appropriate that the new council members should be afforded the opportunity to provide input on the members of the city's Main Street program. I look forward to working with the City Council to address all these issues that arise as a result of this action. And as stated prior, City Council members are able to pick up a copy of this with the City Clerk. You have copies after the meeting? Thank you. I apologize for that deviation. The speaker can now come forward. Don.
And Mr. Dunlop, you will have 3 minutes to address the Mayor and Council.
Is our clock working? Okay. Just give me raise your hand or something.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, citizens. Most of you guys know me. I teach high school across the street, and just wanted to mention something from a perceptual standpoint. Stockbridge in the past has had some negative perceptions as far as things like transparency and openness and that kind of thing. And just as a citizen, it kind of concerned me a little bit when I look at item 2-04-011B. It says that all municipal officers shall, before entering upon the discharge of their respective duties, take and subscribe to the following oaths at the first organizational meeting of their year. I know that we said we were already sworn, but I'm not sure what organizational meeting that took place at. it seemed like on the January 3rd meeting, there were some things that happened that we, from the outside, don't look like they're being real transparent. So just kind of FYI, it just seems like we're starting the year off kind of negative perceptual foot. And just as a business person, it just looks from some of the business that we're doing this evening and some of the items on the agenda that we're trying to attempt to stifle economic growth rather than promote it. Again, that may not be the case, but it just kind of looks that way with a lot of these items that have been killed off. Again, that might not be right, but it's just kind of the way it looks from the outside. And I think people want to look at Stockbridge and be proud, not look and be concerned. There may be nothing to be concerned about, but we want to make sure people look at us and smile and don't look at us and frown. Thanks.
Thank you.
We also have another public comment from Ms. Sar Ikmani.
Okay.
And would you please state your name and address for the record?
My name is Sahar Hikmati. I just have a few comments to make. While your meeting was going on, I was getting everything by text, and I had a copy of your agenda. Taking actions on topics that the new council and then the new mayor is not educated will result in hurting the city. This city needs good paying jobs and businesses. It looks like the actions that you are taking is a personal and vindictive, self-serving action against the past administration. If you assume that they did something illegal or improper, why hasn't been charges? Because you do not know how this process works. So I think I would want to talk to the people of the Downtown Development Authority to find out what truly has happened before you take actions to stop the process of making Stockbridge a better place for people in Stockbridge to live. The positive things that have been accomplished, like sidewalks on South Berry, Krispy Kreme, new assisted living, new technology that came in Stockbridge in 2013, needs to be continued instead of going backwards. You are here to serve these citizens of Stockbridge, not yourselves, so keep that in mind. You are no different than any other politician saying one thing during your campaign and doing the opposite when you get in the seat. Look at my face and remember who I am. I will come after you if you're not here to serve the city of Stockbridge. Work for us here in this county, Henry County. And as far as hiring new staff, I just want you to know who you've hired, people from Clayton County, and what has happened to Clayton County. I feel awful for Stockbridge, and I fear that this city is going down. So you'll be hearing more from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Akron. We have another speaker, Dr. Fernando?
Yes, Mildred Reed.
All right. Please step forward and state your name and address.
Good evening. I'm Mildred Reed, and I really came up to say that I intend to be actively involved more so than in the past with the City Council, and I am very encouraged tonight, recognizing that we have new people, recognizing that there's a little bit of strain in trying to follow the proper procedures. I am happy, and I know that this city, this year, will be moving forward in a positive manner. I just want to say that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Reed. Any additional comments, Dr. Fernando?
Yes, from Mr. Bruce Smith.
All right. Please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Bruce Smith, 207 Williams Drive. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year. Second of all, welcome to the progressive government of Stockbridge. For too long, we've been going backwards and backwards and backwards with a 40-year-old mentality in 2013 or 2014 environment. It's time for that change, and change is happening. Now, there's two ways we can do this thing. We can stay stuck on stupid and keep doing the things we did in the past, or we can progress and get some economic development so we can progress and take advantage of the things that people want to bring to Stockbridge, or we can continue doing the same thing as made Stockbridge a big old stain on the south side. Now, I am very happy with this council and this mayor, and I will do whatever I can as a citizen of Stockbridge to stop those who want to stop the progress here in Stockbridge. It's a new day in Stockbridge. This 3-2 vote, 3-2 this, 3-2 that should not have happened tonight. Now we need to work together, let the past go. The past administration is not here anymore. We need to find ways to give these people jobs. We need to find ways to give these businesses more economic development here. We need to find ways to get more tax base in the city instead of playing the silly games that we've been playing for the last 40 years.
Thank you.
Now, I'm addressing two councilmen, specifically you two. You need to change. If you don't change, I think this room full of people here will either get a recall or you need to resign. As a citizen of Stockbridge, it's time for it to stop. Now, Mr. Mayor, on these committees, I do believe that we got rid of some of these people that were appointed to these committees that are down here, like Downtown Development District, and I think some other thing that these two council people own. The terms run up until 2019 and 2017. Those need to be abolished. That we need to get a fresh start, because when I looked at them, there was no representation of the cities or any neighborhoods in Stockbridge. Just a lot of old, good old boys that were just there. Now, Stockbridge runs from Joyco Road back there all the way over there to whatever, where Mr. Ford lives at. And all back here, all this is Stockbridge, not just a little group of people that play golf and eat lunch and go to the Mexican restaurant together. Those days are over with. Now we need to get our minds together. Our next meeting, we need to get our heads together, that we're going to work together, that we're going to bring progress to Stockbridge.
That's right.
Mr. Root, thank you. Any additional comments?
Yes, we have Mr. Houston Nelson.
Okay, please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Houston Nelson, 2504 Walter White. Mayor and council, I just wanted to publicly lend my support to your endeavors. As someone who ran a campaign as the mayor did, and a clean campaign at that, Mr. Mayor, I want to thank you for that. I think it's clear, and I want this to be a part of the record, that based on the vote of this last election, it was clear to me that the city of Stockbridge and the citizens rejected the agenda and the philosophy of the former administration. That was clear. So with tonight's actions, I do not take it as a going backward. I believe that the council is simply weighing its options and wants to further investigate some of the dealings of the proposed Downtown Development Authority as well as Main Street. So I'm hopefully saying what I know you choose not to say. You're simply saying, we want to look a little further into this, as opposed to rushing headlong into agreements and entanglements that may put this city further in financial disparity than the direction it's already been setting. So again, I want to say, Mr. Thompson, I support you 100%. And council members, we look forward to working with you as well.
The next speaker is Mr. Chip Flanagan.
Please step forward, state your name and address, please.
Chip Flanagan, Stockbridge, Georgia. It is a new day. And I'm going to speak to Houston's thoughts. This election was a resounding election. We have tripled the outcome of the elections in 3 terms. It's gone from 350 to over 2,000. The last time, they resoundingly rejected the former council. And this is a new day. We've got good people up here, and we will support you in your actions. What you've seen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, was the recall of the former council trying to push their agenda through for 7 or 8 more years. And that's improper. And this council has operated properly to make sure that the citizens are followed. In this country, we the people are the sovereigns. And we appreciate your support tonight and your vote in following that direction. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mr. Mayor and Council, we have one more citizen for public comment, and that's Mr. Mark Churchman.
All right, you'll please step forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Mark Churchman, Stockbridge, Georgia. About 5 years ago, the city sent their code witch, Terry Kite, down to my business at 5090 Atlanta Road. And they started a war they probably never should have started. If it hadn't been for that, probably Rudy would still be sitting there, and this wouldn't happen. Now, I didn't do much in the last election. I was pretty involved in the first two. I would ask y'all to not abuse citizens, but it doesn't look like y'all are going to do. I know 3 of you. I'd like to meet you, Tim, sometime. The other 2, Mr. Richard Little Steinberg and Ms. Peanut Butter Jelly Sandwich Bushman. Y'all better get with it and figure out the program, because this fascist crap you've been pulling on, this money stealing, needs.
Sir, we should restrain those comments.
Thank you.
As far as that language.
But you people have been part of a crooked regime led by little Howard Cotton. And you know, I'm so glad you guys are here. Really. I guess the rest of them wish they had never picked the fight they picked down there. But Chip did a great job. He's learned how to do this. He's gotten good people in. He did a great job for you all last time. I'm proud of his work. And I am certain that if he doesn't recall you between now and 2 years, you stand no chance of getting it. Shouldn't screw around with the citizens' money. Shouldn't screw around with the citizens. Now, it's long ago in my past, and I ain't worried about it too much no more. Y'all I think you got a good group. I got faith in you. Please make us all proud and do the honest thing and undo what this crooked former regime led by Mark Alacon job has done to you. But proud of you. Do the good work. Keep the good work.
Thank you, Mr. Churchman. Dr. Fidel, any additional comments?
No, Mr. Mayor, that concludes the public comments.
Okay. At this time, I would like to make one announcement that we do have a scheduled meeting, a regularly scheduled meeting next Tuesday at the Merrill Mander Center for the purpose, I apologize, Monday, the 13th, for the purpose of the ceremonial swearing in. Each and every one of you are invited. It's a meet and greet opportunity, punch and cookies, opportunity for you to ask us questions, give us time to interact with the community. As Councilman Thomas mentioned earlier, we want to be open, we're going to be receptive to your concerns, and want to have as many opportunities as possible to interact with the community. One more announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Also, January 13th, I want to make this announcement. It is somewhat in conflict with the ceremonial swearing in. As many of you know, there's an issue pertaining to Smith Barney Elementary School and Patrick Henry High School. The Henry County School Board will be having a town hall meeting. Senator Emmanuel Jones will be hosting a press conference on that same day. I believe that is at 7 o'clock. I think this event, like the mayor just alluded to, is at 6. So please, if you plan to attend the ceremonial swearing in, please rush over to Smith Barn Elementary School and support these parents and stakeholders in that community. Smith Barn January 13th at 7 o'clock, Senator Manuel Jones press conference, and the Henry County School Board public hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Thomas. Any other announcements? All right, we're to the point of adjourning. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Ford?
I'd like to make, excuse me, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Those opposed? Thank you, ladies and